Danny Vitiello, Scott Knight here, and Go Sports. We got Danny from Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Welcome to College to Pro. For all those guys that have been a part of our programs or we've helped influence, thanks for being on it today. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, Scott. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So big season for you this past year, even in strange times. New York guy, growing up here, playing youth ball as well. Goalkeeper coach with you over at Pittsburgh, good friend of ours, Michael Bahanic, right? Another New York guy. Big career over at University of Albany. Again, another New York school. Does a lot of recruiting down here in our area, New York City area. Why don't you give us a little introduction about yourself and who you are, where you came from?
I'm Danny Vitiello. I'm from Massapequa, Long Island in Nassau County. I play goalkeeper for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in Pennsylvania in the USL Championship. I grew up in Long Island, playing for Massapequa Soccer Club, playing for Massapequa High School. I was coached by Tobias Bischoff, who is now the Stony Brook women's head coach and just won a America East title over there, which is awesome. Obviously soccer in Long Island is really big. Go Sports puts on a great summer camp in the Executive Cup, which really helped me go on to play in college. That's the first time Albany actually saw me in my summer year, going into junior year, I believe. And I was ecstatic to be able to join you guys and be able to grow up in Long Island around all the talent soccer brings.
Yeah, I know it was great having you a part of that program. Definitely that year was a big cycle for us in that program as well. Trevor, head coach at Albany, right? Always a big supporter coming down and recruiting players and trying to find the top talent. Another player, right? Good friend of yours, Eric Orlogio, another local kid here that both of you got recruited to go up to Albany at the same time. Tell us a little bit about your experience at Albany, those influences with Trevor and the staff, those experiences and teammates, right? Albany's had really, really big seasons and done very, very well, not only within conference, but also nationally as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when I first decided that Albany was a contender that I wanted to go to, I went on an unofficial visit to check out the school, and right away, they made me feel super comfortable. They brought along players to get me a tour of the campus, and right away, those guys were awesome. It made me feel like at home and made me feel already part of the program. Trevor did a really good job bringing up what they wanted to accomplish throughout my four and a half years at Albany. On the field, I wanted to be somewhere that they wanted to compete every day. They wanted to work hard and just get better, because at the end of the day, everyone who's there wants to get better and achieve greatness for the program, not only for themselves but for the people around them. Eric was a big part of, and other people obviously were a big part of the reason why I wanted to go to Albany, because not only did I go to play soccer, but I went to go enjoy my college experience and have 25 best friends that I could hang out with on a daily basis to hang out with and play alongside with. On the other hand, Albany was amazing for the 4 years I was there. We were a really great team. 2015, we were regular season champions. We fell short in the playoffs, but then next year we went all the way and ended up winning the America East Championship, and going on to play in a Sweet 16 against Clemson, which was really big. And also we were ranked 14 going into the NCAA tournament, which was unknown for an Albany team who has never won an America East Championship before, never been to an NCAA tournament. So the first one we were ranked, and we got a bye into that second round game versus Boston College. That was a big stepping stone for Albany and for the players that were involved. And then in 2017, we ended up going back to back and winning again, which was another big accomplishment for a team that in 2015 never won anything. Winning 2 in a row was really big time. So those were really special moments in those years. And then and then 2018 came, and it was time to maybe move on to try and prolong my soccer career. Alongside with me, I had a couple other teammates that were able to go pro, which means a lot for the program as well. There's Afonso Pinheiro, who got drafted by DC United in the 4th round. And then we had Daniel Crutzen, who went on to play in the Canadian Premier League. He was an all-league defender this year, but for the last 2 years has been top class. And then Nico Solabarrieta, who's playing in Chile right now. So that just tells you everything about the program and what we've accomplished during my 4 years.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that transition from university into pro, right? How did that come about? What was some of that process you went through? And then a little bit about where you signed originally and where you're at today.
Yeah, so I saw that it was a real chance that I could be going pro after my junior season. My coach Trevor Gorman was a really big help in trying to get me into eyes of USL clubs and even MLS teams. So he worked out a bunch of summer combines before my senior season, so coaches can take a look at me. So I ended up going to Nashville for a week, and I ended up going to a New York Red Bull summer combine for a week. And those camps and combines went really well. And that's when I kind of said, wow, this could actually be a possibility, after I talked to the coaches after after the week has come. And then after my 2018 season, Albany didn't have the best season. We ended up losing in the quarterfinals of the America East Championship. And I didn't know what that meant for me, but a couple weeks passed, and I got a couple invitations to winter combines with Nashville and Red Bull again, which was a big chance for me. And I ended up going to those combines. And right after the Nashville one, I got a call from the GM, Mike Jacobs, and they offered me a contract right then and there. So I ended up in 2019 moving to Nashville and playing for them in a great goalkeeper core group with Matt Pickens and Connor Sparrow, who are MLS guys, top guys in the goalkeeping in America, and learning a lot from them. And then as the year went on, I was learning a lot, trying to get better in it every day. And then thankfully my hard work led to a chance to get loaned out for a weekend to New Mexico, which was kind of funny and unheard of, really. So, I mean, I got a text on a Thursday that I could be on a plane on a Saturday and play for New Mexico on Sunday, and then come back on Monday to Nashville. So I ended up that one of their backups had a wedding for their brother, and they needed a backup keeper. So I helped them out over there, which got me a lot of attention on the Western Conference over there. And then as the year went on, Nashville became in second in the Eastern Conference, and Matt Pickens actually won the goalkeeper of the year and the Golden Glove. So that it was a big year for him. And I mean, I feel like I kind of helped him in that, being kind of selfish, but yeah. And then we ended up losing to Indy 11 in the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. And then during the winter, I signed for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, where I am now. Bob Lilly decided to give me a chance to prove myself. And I went in there not knowing what to expect, with another great goalkeeper, Tomas Gomez, who did big things in St. Louis before he went there. So, I mean, we competed every day. He was able to start the first half of the season, And then when I got my chance, I was able to kind of show my skill set and show what I could bring. And I ended up being able to start nine games and the last 6 games. So I mean it was a good season. We didn't accomplish everything we wanted to in a weird season. We ended up losing to Louisville City, which is a great club, in the first round of the USL playoffs. But it was a great learning experience the first year, and it was a good season for me as well. But again,
great season for you, right?
Yeah.
Took an award at the end of the season.
Yeah, I took the Golden Glove, which was for the best goals against average in the whole USL. So I was happy to win that, but again, we wanted to try and win the whole thing, and that's going to be the goal for this upcoming season in 2021.
So that whole experience, right, moving from from college to pro, has a lot of different experiences up and down, right? Yeah. Same thing where you're an understudy, you take those experiences, right? You help facilitate the teams growing and developing, and then you do the same thing. Basically in college, you move that same sort of mentality into pro. Paid off dividends for you, right? Will you be heading back to Pittsburgh for this next season?
Yeah. So going into 2021, I'm going back into Pittsburgh. Right now we have a lot of good players signed. And then there's going to be a lot more signings coming in to the season. We have a great leader in Canardo Forbes, who's a top player in the USL. And we're looking to make strides off last season and try and do even better this year and hopefully bring a title back to Pittsburgh.
Well, congratulations for earning that contract and that next opportunity. And congratulations on a great season in a very odd time. And well done for earning that award, right? Great work on your part and dedication, mentality. So congratulations for that. So just to kind of wrap things up, if there's a little piece of advice or something you would think of that you wanted to give back to whoever may be listening, those players that have aspirations of playing in college, playing in pro, those players that are in that moment that you were in on taking that decision to move, whatever piece or those experiences that you've built off of, what would be somebody you want to share at any level, at any category that you would want to share with some of these guys that would be listening right now?
Yeah. So the advice that I give to every single player, not just goalkeepers, is that you're going to have to really push and work extremely hard at every jump to the next level you get to. My high school, my senior year, I let up, I think, 6 goals and had 13 shutouts in my high school campaign. Right after that, it's a new level, it's a new stage in your career. You have to work to get to that next spot. You have to work for that starting spot. Even though you're a star athlete at your high school, you're going to the bottom of the pack as a freshman. You need to work yourself. You need to prove yourself in order to become a great player and get those minutes. And the same goes as a pro. Once I made the jump from college to pro, I was a number 3. I had to work extremely, extremely hard to get my next chance. And even though I didn't play my first season, those are the guys that over at Nashville that talk to a Pittsburgh, talk to other teams to try and give me a chance to at the level that I wanted to get to at the USL. So, I mean, you have to work extremely hard, and got to put in dedication day in and day out, off the field, on the field, in order to get your chance. Once the time came to go to Pittsburgh, I wasn't the guy right away, and I had to put in the work in order to show that I could be the guy. And that's the advice I would give every single player, is that just because you're one thing at one place doesn't mean you're going to be that in the next place. You got to put your head down and you got to work hard. That's it.
Amazing advice. I can share with you as well, that the number of people that I know that have come across you and those people that we've spoken to, also high character values with you, right? Great person, great guy in the locker room, great teammate, honest, hardworking, and many have shared that feedback with us and with me specifically. So congratulations on that. I think that speaks volumes as well to what you've achieved and bigger things ahead for you. So we want to wish you the best of luck in this upcoming season. More awards, more accolades, right? No pressure, but
Big trophy. I want the big one. The big one is.
I hear that. So we'll be following. Always have fans over here with us. And Danny, I appreciate so much for you being a part of this today and helping us out with this program. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Scott. You guys are doing a great thing at Ingo Sports, and I hope continued success in the future.
Thanks, brother. It's good to be with you.
Have a good one, all right?
Ciao.